Welcome to the weekly press briefing of the Kosovo Specialist Chambers, where we aim to provide journalists with an update on the latest developments at the court, a look ahead at next week, and the opportunity to ask questions. In another significant milestone for the KSC, the trial of Mr. Hisni Gutsati and Mr. Nasim Haradinaj concluded last Thursday with the parties' closing statements and Mr. Gutsati and Mr. Haradinaj's statements to the court. The trial panel will render its judgment in due course in accordance with the KSC's legal framework. In the case of Mr. Salih Mustafa, trial hearings have been held throughout the course of this week. On Monday, Victims' Counsel made submissions to the court on behalf of the victims admitted to participate in the proceedings, and one of the victims presented their views and concerns before the trial panel. On Tuesday, Defense Counsel delivered his opening statement, laying out the reasons why, according to the defense, Mr. Mustafa should be acquitted of the charges against him. In the course of yesterday and today, the defense in this case called its first witness. The witness was questioned first by the defense and then cross-examined by the prosecution. The Victims' Counsel also put questions to the witness. Most of the witness's testimony was broadcast in public session. The defense will continue with the presentation of its case next week between 28 and 31st March. On 21st March, the trial panel issued its 9th decision on review of detention of Mr. Mustafa and ordered his continued detention. The judges found that no conditions, including those proposed by the defense, would sufficiently mitigate the risk of Mr. Mustafa obstructing the progress of proceedings by interfering with victims and witnesses and/or their families. Last week, on 18 March, the trial panel in the Mustafa case ordered the parties, Victims' Counsel, and the registry to review a number of transcripts and provide submissions on whether existing redactions can be lifted and/or transcripts can be reclassified as public. On 22nd of March, a Court of Appeals panel in the case of Mr. Hashim Thaci and co-accused denied Mr. Thaci and Mr. Vaseli's appeals against the pretrial judge's decision of 23rd December 2021. In that decision, the pretrial judge partially granted the SPO leave to amend the indictment in this case. The decision of the Court of Appeals panel is available on the KSC website. The next pretrial hearing in the case is scheduled to take place this afternoon, starting at 14:30. It will be streamed on the KSC website with a 45-minute delay in the 3 languages of the court.